So, welcome everyone. The meditation and mindfulness evolves people, the seeker, to live in a higher plane. We all know about the word single syllable mantra Om. We all know it. So you don't say it is made up of three letters: O, U, Ma. So it becomes Om. So we don't chant Aum. We don't chant. Why? Because A plus U becomes O. They merge together and they create a sound in Sanskrit grammar. It becomes O, and the last sound remains the same. So, what this represents? A represents the beginning, the teacher. U represents the student. They must have the energy. If they don't have the energy, then what happens? Then we don't learn properly. So, what is the common element between the teacher and the seeker? They both should have commitment, courage, intensity, and aspiration. Have you ever thought why to come together? What joins teacher and the student together? Can you think of it? What joins? The beauty of the Eastern wisdom is such that it gives answer to every question you ask. And then I will take up the topic of faith also. I will join the faith. What is faith or belief, and why we use and talk of these principles? Who joins? What joins the teacher and the seeker? Can you think of it? And the master says it is the knowledge of the reality joins the teacher and the seeker together. Only the knowledge of the reality. Are you ready to drop the other wrong notion? Oh, teacher has come, let me stand up, let me hug, let me do namaste. No, only the knowledge of the reality joins the teacher and the seeker. Question is the seeker ready to join? Is the teacher only focuses on the knowledge of the self to discover the reality? Anytime, 24/7. Once the seeker is committed and the teacher is committed, they both evolve and awaken to the highest reality. They start working in a higher plane. So then there is another question that comes. Should I believe a teacher? Why the teacher should also say, why not the teacher should also say, should I believe seekers? Are you really a good student? So you see that? There is only a one-sided understanding. So let us take a fade. People, we normally think that if the faith is there, the intellect is not required. That is our common understanding, isn't it? That is our common understanding. Their faith, when you don't use the intellect, it becomes a blind faith, and you have already seen lot of challenges between the student and the teachers. I'm not going there into the negative. We already know it. So you see that there is no blind faith as such. That faith in Eastern wisdom is known as Shraddha. Now take one example, the current example. All around the world, researchers have faith in certain combination of drugs. First, they have a faith, and then they create a protocol of research to validate that drug to be used for treating coronavirus. They have to start somewhere. So I heard yesterday in Bangladesh, they have two categories of drugs. They combined it, they started using it, and they saw within 4 days the symptoms totally disappear. So, what I'm telling you, first there is a faith, but that faith is pending inquiry. Same thing with coronavirus. Let me use this drug, whether it is going to help or not. So, what happened? First, there is a faith, followed by the intellect uses that faith to find the truth. Are you understanding? So, if the intellect is not used with the faith, that is not Eastern wisdom, that is not mindfulness, that is not meditation. Simply drop it. So, if the teacher says, "No, believe me," why should I believe you? Ask him, why should I believe? What is that point where the faith should be? So, what I told you in the beginning, O and U joins becomes O. Why the teacher and the student? What joins them? It is the knowledge of the reality. Knowledge should be expressed by the intellect, but we have a faith deeper inside. Is there a real self within me? So let the intellect work on it. When I say permanent peace and happiness, let the intellect work on it. Okay, I understand. Do you say that there is a permanent peace and happiness in the within me? Yes. You can live into that state 24 by 7. Yes. So let's have a faith and let us start working through the intellect, applying the principles, followed by the practice to find out the truth. So when we say blind faith, means what? I lay off my intellect outside, but inside there is always a doubt. This crazy teacher is saying mantra, I have done it so many years and nothing happened. Okay, let me practice in a hope that someday it will happen, and that someday never comes in life. Because we are given the intellect, we don't inquire. So that is what I mean by faith pending inquiry. So, faith pending inquiry joins the teacher and the seeker together. How they join? with the knowledge of the reality. Are you getting it? It's a little typical concept. Typical concept. But the more you contemplate, do you park the car outside? You have a fade. And then intellect applies. Let me park the car in this particular lane, and here is my store. So I'll go to the store, come back, and you forget about the car after having a fade. Are you getting it? So the faith and the intellect should go together. So now coming back to our master Krishna. Krishna is a crazy master. So what he says, when we practice mindfulness, we should continue practicing meditation or mindfulness until the mind evolves and reaches to a state, he says, yoga arudha. He says, yoga arudha. You reach to a state of yoga arudha. In India, I know we have a habitual tradition that, no, I always chant, the verses of the Gita every day, and still I'm suffering. So only chanting, not understanding, not applying the knowledge. I have been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years without any change in my life. So there comes the faith. I have a faith, but that I have a blind faith. I don't apply those principles in my day-to-day life. So Krishna says, Yadahi na indriyartheshu na karmashu anushajate sarvasankalpam sannyasi yogarudha tada uchyate. What is the meaning? Meaning that when one does not get carried away by the objects of the sense organs, when you are not carried away by the objects of the sense organs, then what happens? The mind starts facing within and moving within. Then there is no desire, there is no binding desire in the mind. So there is only a quality of thought, and there is only you reduce the quantity of a thought in the mind that helps you to reach to the state of mindfulness. That state, which state? That state of the mind where this mind lays off all the objects of the world outside. Why? You drove to your home, you park the car into the garage, and you enter inside. You don't start thinking of the highway and the streets, and the car is gone. Out of sight, out of mind. Can I bring the mind into that state where the objects of the sense organ are not present in my mind, and the mind says goodbye? It goes deeper inside naturally. That natural state of the mind is a higher mindfulness, and you start living into that mindfulness 24/7. So let us understand in a modern way before we go into. Without giving a value to any object in the world, thought will not arise. Don't give any value to any object, any person outside. If there is no value, the sense organs are not attracted towards any object. Value is equal to thought of an object plus I. Take one example. My father. My father is an object. My means I am also engaged. The moment I, an object, father is there, then I give value. My father is very good. He always listens to me and agrees. He doesn't listen to me. Are you getting it? The step one, value. Value. No, my dad is crazy. So you are into the kitchen and you have still have the same thought. The moment you wake up in the morning and you see your dad, you have the same thought. Value. This is known as value. We give value. The other person is, whether he is good or not, that is secondary. Are you understanding that? That is secondary. Can I become aware? Mind, are you giving value? Moving through the sense organ to an object, drop it. How you drop it? Through your awareness. So when you give value, the stage 2 comes the link. I told you what links the teacher and the seeker in the Eastern wisdom? The knowledge of the reality. And what is linking here? I thought of an object plus an object. Now that object and that person lives in my mind. That person or that thought of an object lives in my mind. So even, say for example, my dad is crazy. So even if when I'm teaching, the mind at this habitual level repeats the same thought, repeats the same thought. And sometime it says, see that? This beard guy is teaching. I am attending the class. It is very good for my dad. Example. The mind is still outside. So first is value, second is the link. So what happens when value plus link are associated? You give importance to the object outside. Whether it is, see that sometime people tell me, oh, I have lot of negative thoughts. I'm already crossed that stage of value and linking. Somebody told me yesterday, I don't want to talk to that guy. Better you talk and solve the issue. Negative importance. And then what happens? Value, link, importance. Then what happens? My entire life gives importance to the world outside, to the people, to the object, to the things outside. And deeper inside, there is a strong attachment and detachment. There is a strong attachment and detachment that leads to an obsession, and that obsession keeps the mind running all the time. That is why we have lot of thoughts in the mind. And these lot of thoughts is due to the mind is constantly thinking and pondering about it without knowing it is causing too much of harm to me. So what Krishna says, leave everything, no value, no link, no importance. So when you give all the three, it creates a sense of attachment. The mind starts wandering, and that mind cannot live, discover meditation. Are you getting it? Now apply the faith. I love you, honey. I have a tremendous faith in you. But comes value, link, importance, attachment, detachment. A cycle is complete now. And that cycle is causing you the suffering. You are responsible for the quantity of the thoughts that is going on into your mind. No one else is responsible for your wandering, distracted, obsessed mind. Huh? So we have a very old friend. So I have always been saying peace and happiness are your essential nature. And the second, Rakesh might remember, I'm responsible for my peace and I'm responsible for my suffering. It is because of this teaching I have been talking. I'm suffering, I'm responsible. No one else. I'm in peace, I'm responsible. Do you have a faith in that statement? No, what should I do if my honey, if my dad, if situation, if coronavirus, if outer conditions? No, if. First step is I am responsible for my miseries and I am responsible for my happiness. Can I declare in my life? So just declare now and just start thinking about the mind was blaming, complaining. All blame, complaint stops. It will stop here and now. And the moment the blame, complaint, attachment stops, you have already reduced the quantity of thought in your mind. You are ready for meditation. You see the entire cycle. So the master says, Yoga Rudha, Yoga Arur. Here he says, meditation Arur. Arur means ladder. You elevated in the state of qualitative state of the mind. Your mind has evolved in meditation. Evolved mind is above and beyond the value, link, importance, attachment, and detachment. The evolved mind is always in calm, peace, love, and wisdom. Yoga Rudha is a meditative state. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? I started it with, do you remember? You have to listen to it again. First, why the teacher and the student joins together. There is only one reason. There is no other reason. They join like A and U joins. So you don't say A, U, Ma. You simply say Om. A and U merge together. So don't go outside to have a wrong notion, oh, let us merge together physically. No. Mentally, no. Only at the knowledge level. Only at the level of your wisdom. The teacher lives into that wisdom. The students is aspiring for that wisdom. They join together and the journey continues. But in that process, I summarize the fade is a pending inquiry. Do you have a faith in the teacher? No. The link is already done. Now, what is the faith? That I'm responsible for my peace and happiness. I'm responsible for my miseries. So let the intellect come into the picture. It should explain. We should understand these principles. And once there is a clarity in the intellect, Shirana, let me give 1 minute more. What is clarity in intellect? You are at the airport. Clarity inspires, it increases your will. And you Have an intense aspiration to continue the journey until you are awakened. That is the clarity of the intellect. Let me give you a very simple example. You are at the airport. You are going to, from Arizona, you are going to New York. You have the ticket. And at the airport, you read that gate number 25. Clarity is there? Clarity is there? So your mind moves your body towards gate number 25. You don't stop at number 1, 2 until 24 or 27. Do you understand? This is the meaning of clarity. So you are moving towards gate number 25, and again there is an announcement. No, your flight is on gate number 50. Again, there is a clarity. So you need not to think about it. Your clarity in the intellect moves your steps to the gate number 50. You need to think. Oh no, the here is 24 and the direction towards 50 is here, so let me go there. That is why we talk of these principles. That is why the masters have introduced these principles to bring 100% clarity. So what the clarity brings? Conviction. Clarity plus conviction consciously increases your will, and the will takes the right action, and the right action brings the right result. Let today's session will be the last session for your awakening. Now, we will continue the journey, but I'm saying this. Let us start our journey. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. We prepare in the stage 1. Stage 1. We are going to implement what we learned today. What we learned? You already remember, I know. Mind is facing within you. It is looking deep inside. And why it is looking inside? The importance the mind is giving today is the knowledge of the real self, the true nature that is dwelling deep within me. Are you clear? Is there a clarity and conviction? The mind will not run after any object, my friend. Mind will not go to gate number 20. It will always go to gate number 25. Are you clear? That is the first step. In the first step, we are the mind is facing within, and we are experiencing a sense of steadiness in the body. If you are aware and attentive, mind is facing within, will create a will. Will is strong if the knowledge is clear that you are looking within. See that? How simple it is. In order to settle into that state so that the mind can continue the journey comfortably. So you have reached to the gate number 25 and now you sit and wait. Do you do anything? No. So that is what is the second step of the first stage, being comfortable, moving the mind on the neck joint, feeling the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. So now, instead of wandering mind, you have an experience of sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Or I may say you have reduced the quantity of the thought which pulls the mind outside. So, what is going to happen? Just look at it, look at the shoulder joints. You're already at the gate number 25. And you experience sensation being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the entire body. From the top of the head to the toes, to all the joints, slowly, with awareness and attention. And you feel the sensation being comfortable and steadiness. You are at gate number 25. You are sitting there waiting. You're not confused. There is a total clarity. That is what we are. We are simply sitting and being comfortable. Second point here in the second step is being carefree. I have been talking, standing across the road, watching the traffic. So we understand that the mind is still keeping that value, link, attachment. That's why I have thoughts pertaining to the objects outside. So let it be. It is a traffic. It's a traffic. Standing across and watching the traffic. You are still watching. Okay. The mind is fully aware and attentive. The will is strong and it says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm already at gate 25. See that? This is what I mean by being carefree. The third point, if I have not introduced, being casual. What is the meaning of being casual? Natural. What is the meaning of being natural? You are where you are. So, where you are? At gate number 25. The mind pulls here. No. What is there at gate 24? No, I have not to see it. The thought comes. Let it come. Let me continue to be into the same state. That is being casual, natural. And now in that we move to second stage. Second stage, we purify the mind. I have seen some people, even when I used to take a flight, people sit at a particular gate and then they stand up, start moving, take a round, look at the other flights and return again. They go back, they return again. They drain their energy. That is the impurity of the mind. So we have been doing the two steps. We'll be doing the two steps. First step, looking deep inside the forehead. Where I said looking deep inside the forehead. Do I say focus? No. Looking deep inside the forehead. Keep looking into the space and start breathing short and quick, gentle, playful breath. Continue. Quick, short, playful breath. We are not forcing the body to get agitated. The entire body, except the rib cage, is totally steady. There is a movement of the expansion and the contraction of the rib cage. Continue. Intellect is clear. Continue. Quick, short breath to help the mind to purify, to remain at the gate number 25. Huh? To what we discussed today. Continue. Quick, short breath, playful breath. You are enjoying that. Check. Is the mind enjoying that breath or it is blaming and complaining? If blame and complain, we need to continue without any resistance to bypass it. And stop it. Experience now. Recall. There may be an experience of resistance. There may be an experience of response and enjoying that state. When you start enjoying, you have taken over the mind. Look at it. I give you a clue to understand and practice. We will follow the second step as usual in the stage 2. That is the humming sound. But remember, what are the things to be aware of and attentive? You do deep, silent, slow inhalation first into the belly, then into the rib cage. There is no noise. And while breathing out, keep looking deep inside the forehead. You make a humming sound, louder, deeper, and longer, so that the rate of your breath per minute drops to hardly 3, 4, 5 breaths a minute. Let us start. It is good to keep both the jaws, the teeth together so that you have a better humming sound and the vibration helping the brain and the mind. Continue. Continue. Deep, silent, slow inhalation and long, loud humming sound while exhaling through both the nostrils. Continue doing the humming sound. And stop the humming sound. We have done the second stage and the third stage. We keep moving the mind within one and conscious experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness outside. Why? No value, no link, no attachment. How we do that? In the stage 3, the first step is superimposing. What we do? We remember gate number 25. How we do it? There is a gate number 23. Mine says no, 25. 20, 25. How we do it? Om Shanti. Any thought comes in your mind, you become aware and superimpose Om Shanti. Any feeling, Om Shanti. Mind gives value to anything outside, Om Shanti. Drop, continue. You want to go deeper in the same step? The moment any thought comes, you drop Om Shanti, but the moment you say Om Shanti, while saying Om, you look at the crown of the head, deep inside in the space, and Shanti in the heart. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We are not linking it to the breath going in and out. We are linking it to any thought, any experience, any content in the mind, the moment you become aware. So what happens, my friends, that there are habitual thoughts. Om Shanti becomes easy. But then there are vasanas, the past impressions, have their impact in the mind and we get carried away. But by regular practice of this step can help us go deeper. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. So we are using the Om Shanti at this time. Gate number 25. Any thought? Gate number 25. Yeah, see that Om Shanti? We're asking the mind, can you stay here? Simple. So we are using Om Shanti in today's journey in two different ways. What we have been doing by following the step Teacher and the seeker join together. How? By vidya, by the knowledge, by the wisdom. Nothing less than, nothing more than. What is nothing less than? I have many hallucinative experiences. So you ask the teacher, and the teacher also exploits you. Oh, very good. See, I'm such a great teacher. And I'll stop this, dropping, superimposing Om Shanti. We'll go little deeper in the stage 3. You have reached to gate number 25? Yes. Are you totally settled? Yes. Let us settle completely. Look at the head and the neck. Be there. Feel the presence of the mind there and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Physical level. Look inside the head and the neck. Calmness and quietness. Why? There is a clarity and conviction. You are already there. This is the step. Right arm outside. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Where? Outside. Why? Look inside. You see the space and the sensation that is calmness and quietness. I'll take this step little deeper in the following session. The mind goes to the left arm. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Where? Outside. And inside? Calmness and quietness. Chest and the belly, the middle portion, outside. Your conscious experience is sensation, relaxation, and stillness. You have a variety of experiences that includes freezing of the body, tingling, very sweating in the body, visions and the colors. And sometimes you experience the body has become too big, bigger than the room. Sometimes it has become too small. It is all a play of the prana, the energy. And the mind goes to the right leg. You are there, you feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Where? Outside. That is why you are able to maintain your status quo on gate number. You know it. There is a total understanding. But do you also know the faith is still working inside? If there is my true nature, can I find it? See that the faith and the intellect must go together. No question of blind faith. Looking at the left leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, calmness and quietness. The entire body, from outside to inside. So we'll use. Now let us jump into the last step today. The stage 4, the breath going in. Simply you live into that wisdom. We started our journey by understanding what joins the teacher and the student, the knowledge. So let you remain in that knowledge. How? Through your awareness. What is that awareness? You are looking, the breath is going in and out. One point of awareness. Second point of awareness. You feel the sensation of the breath going in and out. Third point, you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You do not change the gate number. You are where you are, finished. So when you reach to gate number 25, what you do? You wait. So that waiting, it's a very deeper principle, but that waiting is a grace. We are awaiting the grace from the existence. We are not waiting anything from outside. By three-pointed awareness of the breath. Continue. 3-pointed awareness of the breath. And doing nothing. Doing nothing is what? It leads to an experience deeper within. And that is the major step in any mindfulness or meditation journey. I have been talking two major steps: personal effort and the state of doing nothing. In that, we talk about the grace and the blessing of the existence takes place. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. If your hands are clean, otherwise keep the hands as they are. Bring your hands on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences, bring the hands down. Now we will share our experiences.